Chicago White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
With a 14-2 record in their last 16 games, the Sox have taken a 2.5-game lead in the American League Central, and tonight they'll try and build on that lead as they face an American League East opponent who has lost 6 straight games on the road. It's the Sox taking on Jose Bautista and the Toronto Blue Jays next on Comcast Sportsnet. We are coming to you from the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, where tonight Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's Adam Dunn, A.J. Pierzynski, Diane Vicieto, and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Jose Bautista and John Farrell's Toronto Blue Jays. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson with Steve Stone as we get set to bring you the first of this 3-game set and the fourth of this 9-game homestand. As you know, we played the Mariners in 3 games. We won 2 of the 3. Chris Sale picking up the victory on Sunday. He is now 7-2. We'll finish it off with 3 against Houston. So the Sox come in at 31-23, 8 games over, 2.5 games in front of Cleveland, who trail the Tigers as we speak, 1-0 in Detroit. And tonight, good man on the bump.
Philip Humber goes to the mound, and last time out, he was terrific against Tampa Bay. In fact, it was his first win of the season, perfect game. So he's 2-2. If he throws the ball like he did last time, he's going to be in pretty good shape against a pretty decent offense. In fact, this Toronto team in last place, but only 3 games out of first place. So they've got some good young players on this team, especially their third baseman, Brent Lowry. You're going to like him. And Ricky Romero goes to the mound tonight, and he's a tough left-hander. He's 6-1 this year. However, one problem. He's averaged 5 walks per 9 innings. He can't spot his fastball. If our hitters are patient, he's going to walk them, and if he does, we're going to score some runs. Let's go get him tonight.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
White Sox baseball on Comcast Sports. Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all, Ford. Drive one. The new wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit att.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. BMO Harris Bank. Helping money make sense. BMO Harris Bank. NA member FDIC. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. And by Toyota. With great specials on fuel-efficient vehicles. Right now, you can get a lot for less at your local Toyota dealer.
where it's absolutely gorgeous at game time. A cool evening here in Chicago, but not a cloud in the sky as the first place Chicago White Sox get their first look at the Toronto Blue Jays. The last 8 home games, you can tell why the Sox are 7-1. The batting average on warm days with the wind blowing out, 316. 71 runs, only 40 allowed. The pitching staff has been very good. 13 doubles, 20 home runs. And overall, Sox enter at 31-23, 2.5 game lead over the Indians, 6 game lead over Detroit, who, by the way, as we speak, are 1-1 in the top of the 5th inning in Detroit. So the Sox ready to take advantage of this homestand. The umpires have just come out. They've taken the field. And let's get into John Farrell's Blue Jays lineup. It's time now for the Miller Time starting lineup, and it's Brett Lowry. He leads it off, and he's a good young player with Colby Rasmus hitting second. Then it's Bautista, Johnson, Escobar, Cooper, Aaron Sevilla, the venerable Omar Vizquel, and Rajay Davis. Then the defense, and on the lineup behind Philip Humber. Viciedo, Diaz, and Rios left to right with Hudson, Ramirez, Beckham, and Lillibridge. A.J. Pierzynski with the nod behind the plate, and our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Philip Humber. He won last time out against Tampa Bay, threw the ball very well. The record's 2-2, the ERA up a little higher than he would like, just under 5.5. What American League hitters have started to do with him is they're looking first ball fastball, and because he throws a lot of strikes, they're trying to jump on the first pitch. One of the adjustments he made last time out was throwing breaking balls occasionally and trying to get ahead. So Paul Konerko is not in the starting lineup. He was a late scratch. And we'll check on that. There's a look at John Farrell, who by everyone's estimation is a very good manager now and is going to be a great one. Same could be said of Robin Ventura on the other side. Robin has his team in first place, doing just about everything right. And they'll have an opportunity to witness each other's ball club up close and personal for the first time this year. The Blue Jays only 3 back. And you see, tied for last place, but 2 games over 500. So it's not a bad ball club. Problem has been that they've had some injuries, and their best player, Edward Encarnacion, got hit in the hand. He's not in the lineup tonight. So we're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to throw it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
Hi, Steve. Thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox Baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet. So I hope you could join us for the first of this 3-game set and the fourth of this 9-game homestand. Brett Lowry gets set to lead it off, and the first pitch of the ball game from Philip Humber is taken for a strike. Lowry, just 22 years old, hitting at .281, 4 homers. He's driven in 21. And there's a strike. We're so lucky and fortunate. We have so many good young talents coming into the game of baseball.
Well, this guy is one of the better ones.
Sure. Yeah, we've got some outstanding young talents coming in. Outfield straight up. Bit of a gap out there in left center. Blue Jays come in hitting at .244 as a club with a 4.15 ERA. Toronto 12-14 on the road, 16-12 at home. Two pitch. He gone.
Here's the umpires for the game tonight. Jim Joyce behind the plate. He's a crew chief. Mike Estabrook at first. Jim Reynolds is at second. Vic Carapazza is at third.
So here's Rasmus. Colby Rasmus. Hitting at .227, 6 homers and 21 knocked in. Blue Jays can put a home run on you. They have hit 77. While we have hit 69.
Well, Rasmus has gotten right on top of the plate, and he's moved up in the box. That was something they didn't want him to do in St. Louis, but that's something that he started to do here, thinking that he can reclaim that power that he once had.
Well, as we talk about so often, the two most precious things a hitter has is, first of all, the count, and in the batter's box. You can create your own strike zone by moving around. There's a curveball strike, and Cooperstown is filled with guys who moved around in that box.
Well, he had to make an adjustment because pitchers were just wearing out the outside corner. They were throwing him a lot of backdoor breaking balls. Now he believes, you see right on top of the plate, he believes that he can get around a little more quickly.
The funny thing about it is that your mind is such a wonderful thing in baseball or in anything, but the closer you stand to the plate, the faster your bat's going to be.
Here's an example.
Yeah, there's a line shot. It just, your mind just, that's the way it works. The further off the plate you go, the slower your bat's going to be.
Rasmus at one point was a crown jewel of the St. Louis Cardinal organization. And in fact, there was a lot of thought that at one point he might be coming here. Didn't work out that way, however, and he's seemingly found a home in Toronto.
So here is Bautista. Takes it a long way. He comes in at 226, 14 homers, 37 knocked in. Last year hit 302, 43 homers, and drove in 103.
Asked John Farrell what has happened to Bautista average-wise. Said he just expanded his strike zone.
Ball gets away.
Bob Rosenberg charges a pass ball. A.J. wants it low and away. And this ball slips, backs up. He didn't expect it inside. Ball hits off the glove and goes to the screen.
Two and one.
In talking with Farrell about Bautista, he said he's gotten frustrated on calls. He's let that affect his swing, but he said when you look at the power numbers, he's still on pace to hit 40 and drive in 100.
And the count 2-2. He has got one of the liver bats in all of baseball. Ball just jumps off his bat. Now time.
Well, the last few years, there were times in Toronto where you'd go in there and you just wouldn't even want to pitch to him. That's how locked in he was.
And a nice play by one of the fans. Jacks it up, so a full count. Kelly Johnson on deck, like last year. And the Bertucci boys in the house. As here's the payoff pitch. And that's ball four. But last year, I made the comment during the game when he hit a line shot at Alex Rios in center field, almost handcuffed him. And I said, if you didn't know better, you'd think he had cork in his bat. So after the game was over, one of the Toronto guys, PR guys, comes over and says, did you say he had the cork in his bat? I said, no. I said, if you didn't know better. I said, let's get this thing straight. Let's go see Jose. So we went into the clubhouse. And he's standing there. So I told him, I said, it was actually a compliment on how live the bat is, your bat is, and how the ball jumps off of it. And I said, I do know the difference in when a guy's got a cork or not because I used it. He started laughing.
Well, I will tell you, the ball did knuckle out there, and I wouldn't be surprised if half of it was flat because he crushed that ball.
Nice pick by Lillibridge.
That's a good play. I love when catchers go behind the left-hand hitter because many times you get that runner at first base. He'll start to stray. He wants to get a good secondary lead and doesn't know where the first baseman is. That's why it's up to the first base coach to be heads up and to yell to get back. Nice pick by Lillibridge.
And that's into left. Tank makes the catch. So 2 down. Now Bautista has become probably one of certainly the top 3 or 4 most feared hitters in the American League.
In the last 2 years, in 10, he hit 54 home runs. Last year, 43. Drove in 124 in 2010. And the ball, both home and away, just exploded off the bat.
Yeah. So here's Yunel Escobar hitting a .252, 3 homers, 17 driven in. 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the first if you're just tuning in. No, the penalties today are too severe. In my time zone, he had probably 60-70% of the guys use cork.
I didn't mind him hitting a 500-foot home run, but I was hit by a line drive off a cork bat. And that you can mind.
There's close pitch, didn't get it. 2-0 today, but there was no penalties back in those days. If the umpire thought it was corked or something, he would ask you, "Is the bat corked?" You'd say, "Yeah." He'd say, "Well, don't use it anymore this game." Today it's not the X-rail. In fact, the last guy that I knew that used cork was Albert Bell. Three and 0. David Cooper on deck.
We caught a pretty big break with Encarnacion not in the lineup. He hit 17 home runs and drove in 43, and he got hit in the hand on Sunday.
And that will load him up. So the second walk of the inning. And here's Cooper, 25-year-old first baseman. He is 11 for 33, which will pencil out to be 333. So already a big out in this ball game. Fouls that back.
Cooper, a line drive hitter, former first-round draft choice, 17th overall in 2008.
And Cleveland has taken a 3-1 lead over the Tigers. Top of the fifth inning. That changeup, not even close. So the count, 1-1.
Don Cooper, not particularly happy this inning as Umber about to deliver pitch number 27.
Home plate jumping all around on Phillip.
With the off day yesterday and the complete game on Sunday, the bullpen is well rested, but you don't want to bring him in real early.
And the count 3-1. Well, Philip we know him well enough now to know that he's got some definitive body language. When he works slow and a little tentative, he usually is pretty wild. When he gets it and throws it and looks like he's aggressive out there on the bump, he usually gets the job done.
He's taking a whole lot of time trying to find some kind of rhythm. But when he's missed by a wide margin.
Yeah, I mean, it's not close.
No.
Two out, 3-1 pitch. And it goes full. Sacked, packed with Blue Jays. And the payoff. Third walk of the inning.
That's going to bring Don Cooper out. As Philip, with uncharacteristic wildness. This one misses by enough. AJ shows he had missed because he tried to drag it back over the outside corner. Jim Joyce would have none of it. And so just like that, almost as quiet a rally as you could have, with the exception of the single by Rasmus. It's 1-0.
So here's J.P. Arancibia hitting at .230, but he has 9 homers and 29 knocked in. Last year, as a 25-year-old, he hit .219, hit 23 homers, and drove in 78.
Not getting on top of his curveball and having all kinds of problems.
He was all over that one, just underneath it, thank goodness.
Arancibia won't be the best hitter around. He will be a very powerful hitter. Got an uppercut swing, and he's very strong.
The 1-2 pitch.
That ball way up out of the zone, and it looked like Arancibia was looking fastball, was ready to swing at it, but backed out of the way and did not.
He did not go. Good call by Mike Estabrook. And another full count. Breaking ball. He just did get a piece of it.
That was the same pitch he struck out Laurie when all was beautiful with the first hitter of the game. He cuts it a bit out away, and Arancibia just able to stay alive.
And once again, the payoff. That's into center field. So with all that, giving up just one, well, it ain't all bad.
Lineup, and here's how Robin is going to line him up tonight. De Aza feeling a whole lot better back in the lineup. Then it's Beckham, Dunn. Diane Viciedo hitting cleanup tonight with Rios, Pierzynski, Ramirez, Hudson, and Brent Lillibridge playing first base and hitting ninth. The defense and how they'll line up behind Ricky Romero. Davis, Rasmus, and Bautista left to right with Laurie, Escobar, Vizquel, and Cooper at first. Aaron Seavey behind the plate. And our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Ricky Romero, who hasn't been perfect, but he's been very good. 6-1. This is his 12th start. The only problem, he's had trouble spotting the fastball. Now this year, American League hitters have been laying off pitches. He's fallen behind, walked 5 per 9 innings. That's a high total to have a 6-1 record.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. As Alejandro De Aza will lead it off against the 27-year-old southpaw out of Los Angeles. Romero is 6 feet tall, 220 pounds, and he's been sitting over there for 20 minutes. The top half took 20 minutes, and he did not throw a ball.
Well, let's hope that the wildness continues, because that first ball fastball missed by plenty.
Alejandro hitting at 298, 4 homers. He's driven in 24. Sox come in hitting at 258 as a team with a 3.89 ERA. Sox finally got back to 500 at home at 14-14, and on the road we're 17-9. There's a good way to start it. Get by, get through. Bobble. Now here he goes. Safe.
That's got to be single E7 on Rajay Davis, you would expect. But an aggressive turn, and that's what got him in at second base. So he reaches down, gets a fastball down. Davis misses it, and heads up base running by Alejandro De Aza.
Well, if you're not busting it out of the box, you're not going to even try to get in there with that bobble. So here's Beckham. Almost got Harrell. Wow.
Pretty good handling of the bat by Gordon Beckham, as he went up there with the sole intention of hitting the ball to the right side, and Harold had to skip the rope.
Gordon hitting at 237, 8 homers and 22 driven in. There's a bunt. It's a good one. So the sacrifice. 1-3.
De Aza's done a great job as a leadoff hitter, and this is why he wound up at second base. He takes a look and then just accelerates and beats the one-hop throw.
So here's Adam, done at 222, 17 homers and 38 knocked in. They do not have a shift on, as there's a curveball strike. Blocked by Arancibia, and the count evens at 1. First of 3 against these Jays. And we'll finish it off over the weekend, 3 against the Astros. That's back and out of play, so the count now 1-2.
Romero also a first-round draft pick of these Blue Jays, the 6th player chosen overall in 2005. So they thought he was pretty good out of college, and it's proven out to be that way.
That Curveball hangs inside to even the count at 2. Nice
18 over.
Hand.
18 over for a team that, for the most part, has not been a great team.
Just got a piece of that breaking ball. 1-0 Toronto. Bottom of the first if you're just tuning in. With the tying run at third with just 1 out. Two outs. Big strikeout for Romero.
That ball, little something off it, dipping out of the zone, looked to be a cutter. Had Adam well out in front.
So here's Tank hitting in Paulie's spot. Paulie is ill. Viciedo takes ball 1. Viciedo hitting at .277. 12 homers and 29 driven in. Two-0.
Nice stop by Aaron Sevilla, who's not known as the greatest defensive catcher around. JP can swing the bat. Romero, however, has yet to throw wild pitch this year.
Tank in his last 10 games hitting at .415, 5 homers, 14 RBIs, and 11 runs scored.
He's been tuning it up. He's also seen 3 pitches well out of the zone, and it's 2-1.
There's a little flare in the center field. Here comes Rasmus. He's there. Does not get the ball. Now Tank's on his way to second base, and he will get there. As Diaz scores, and this game is tied at 1.
Well, a heads-up play by Dayan Viciedo. The reason is that he realized right away that everybody was converging on the baseball, and Romero had only one job, and that was to cover second base, and he didn't. Nobody was there. So a little looper. Rasmus just flat out misses it. And we'll take it. The game is tied at 1.
On his 14th double. And here's Alex. Don't stop now, boys. Pick him up, Alex. Alex has faced his former mate 9 times, has 4 hits, 1 homer. Now they're going to change it from a double to an error 8. That's a tough error when you got to run that far, even though he just flat out missed it. In the dirt.
Well, you'd have to figure with AJ on deck, a guy at bat who's absolutely battered you in the past, that you'd be a little careful and probably put him on first base. Let's see if he gets careless with a fastball here.
Three and 0.
Now this is as close to a pitch around, give him 4, as you'll see to this point.
Takes it right there. It's always mystified me when you're going around somebody, you get in 3-0, you throw one right down the middle.
And he takes it on top of it.
Yeah. That's a fair ball. Long peg. Lowry with a good arm, but Piazza scores. And this game is tied at 1.
If you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller time later in the game, brought to you by Miller Lite.
Old friend Omar Vizquel will lead it off. Omar, 45 years old.
And still a terrific bunter, and Hudson has to keep that in mind.
First pitch strike. Omar 9 for 38 on the season. Line drive, yes! Nice timing, Lee. That's a hang with him for Omar.
Ramirez goes up, and at the top of his jump, able to haul it in. Just barely sticks in the webbing of the glove. Well, just a well-timed effort.
Rajai Davis hitting at 240, 3 homers. He's driven in 11. And a big White Sox shout out to an 88-year-old Navy veteran of World War II who's a huge Sox fan. That's into left field. That's a can of corn for our Tank. 2 down. Navy veteran of World War II. He's got a family of 38, all Sox fans. His name is Ed Saigon. Saigon. Balsap.
That's it, huh?
C-Y-G-A-N.
It's in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Big Sox fan. So here's Lowry. Lowry struck out. Takes the strike. It's aggressive. Why not?
He's very powerful, and he's only going to get better.
Get over there. Nice feed. Nice play. And they get him, so he comes back with a 1-2-3 inning. And after an inning and a half, tied at 1. Fangio, director of crew, went with Rios. He's going with Beckham. And J.J. Shearer, Ed Fernandez, and all the great folks at Ditka's, both downtown and out in Oak Brook. We're going to go with Viciedo. So here is A.J. A.J. hitting at .291, 9 homers. He's driven in 35. Goes up the middle and into center field. He just pushed that one through. So the leadoff single. But the important thing is last inning, or the top half of this inning, Umber worked really quick.
Well, considerably quicker. In fact, 11 seconds per pitch quicker. And I think that's one of the things Don Cooper talked with him about. First inning, he was taking so long between pitches he couldn't possibly get a rhythm. Last inning, he was 11 seconds quicker between pitches, and you saw a 1-2-3 inning and throwing strikes. So there is a correlation.
Alexei takes ball one. Alexei hitting a .224, a homer. He's driven in 25. Out and around that one. Alexei has had a tough time against Romero. Faced him 9 times and 0 for 9.
He's got a relatively sneaky fastball, not overpowering. I mean, when you look at the numbers, the radar gun doesn't jump out at you, but that motion is a little deceptive. Because we saw last year that he's a battler with whatever kind of stuff he has.
He's a good pitcher.
Yep. Yes, he is.
That's fair ball. Nice play by Laurie. On the move.
Well, you're going to really love this guy at third base because he's becoming one of the best defenders in baseball. He's got a rocket for an arm. He has the best mobility of anybody in their infield. And talking with a few of the coaches, especially Torey Lovullo, he said that right now he just has star written all over him.
So here's Hudson. Hitting at 184, no homers he's driven in 4. Takes ball 1. Ate him up. Now they're going to go to third, and they get A.J.
Rule of thumb is if the ball is hit in front of you, you don't go. And I think A.J. might have tried to hold up or at least try to shield Escobar. And I think he was surprised when the throw came, but they had him by plenty.
A.J. doesn't make a whole lot of base running mistakes, but that's one.
Yep.
And here's Lillibridge. In fact, A.J. is one of the best base runners we have, even though he's not fast. And it'll retire the side. Get this leadoff single. Can't do anything with it. Win to the third. Tied at 1.
Now it's time for the Illinois Lottery Anything's Possible screen. And you can see if you play real well, you get to be a top draft pick. And Courtney Hawkins, Sox first pick, 13th overall, an outfielder, a big guy, 6'3", 220. And Keon Barnum, the 48th pick overall, first baseman, lefty both ways. Another big guy, 6'4", 225, both high school players.
It's been a while since we have taken a young man from high school in the first pick.
Well, I talked to Genny. He said we're going to take best athlete available whenever we get a chance to pick.
Well, I saw that. I saw some video on Keon. He looked pretty good.
Well, they're both good-sized guys that at the age they're going to get bigger and stronger.
Rasmus, bullet. He's 2 for 2.
One thing John Farrell has done with this ball club is he's running more now than he has in years past, considerably more. And that includes not only trying to steal bases, but a lot of hit and runs. So he's got a fairly fast man on in Rasmus, who's 3 for 3 in stolen bases.
And here's Bautista. Take strike one. Outfield straight up, spread out about equidistant. That fastball fouled away, so the count 0-2. Cleveland leading Detroit 4-1, top of the 7th inning at Comerica Park. And another souvenir right side.
I know the Indians got Asdrubal Cabrera back, and for them, that's a big bat coming back in the lineup, a great player coming back in the lineup.
Well, Santana's back in there as well.
Well, just Hafner, who's going to be gone 4 to 6 weeks to round out their starters. And they're real good against right-handed starting pitching.
And that's fouled away right side, and Lillibridge giving a good hard effort, but can't get there. Souvenir. Curveball on the way, 2-2.
Outfield straightaway, very deep all the way around, as you would expect.
So a full count.
See Kelly Johnson in the on-deck circle. I would assume here that you get a chance to strike him out and throw him out.
There he goes. I tell you, that ball just absolutely, even pop-ups jump off his back. One out. So here's Johnson. He went out to tank in left field. Johnson, 30 years old. 260 lifetime hitter in the big leagues with 92 homers coming into the season. Now has 9, so it's 101 homers. That changeup misses low and away.
Johnson's always had some power. Came over from the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to be with the Braves for a while.
Yep. Was a good, solid second baseman. The bat was always a bit ahead of his glove, however.
And a reminder, organize a group outing of 20 or more during the season. Purchase a block of tickets or enhance your outing by upgrading to a pregame patio party, Diamond Suite, or one of our other 4 great party areas. So call 312-674-1000 and visit whitesox.com. Bertucci boys will take care of it. Bobby, Bruno, Anthony, Giggs. So 2-1 the count.
Well, you got to be careful on this one because Johnson, who is a home run hitter, is thinking just that.
Well, he got away with falling behind Bautista. So that's a 4th walk issue.
Here's our BMO Harris Bank pitch tracks, and as you can see, that ball drifts wide of the plate. Once again, Philip Humber has slowed it down to a crawl after speeding it up last inning and having 1-2-3 inning. This inning, he slowed it down when Rasmus got on, and he's not finding any rhythm.
So here's Yunel Escobar. He walked back in the first. This will be pitch number 64 in 2 1/3 innings. Checks it up and takes the strike.
We got real lucky with a changeup there. It was up and out over the plate. He hasn't been able to pull down on one changeup yet. Take a look at the location. Normally these get crushed.
Yeah.
That one didn't.
High into left center field. He just missed it. Well, that's the bad thing about walking guys is now. 2 down.
Well, Rasmus decided that he was going to tag up, take a real aggressive start toward third, but you're running on the wrong guy, Colby. Viciedo able to set up. Rasmus would have been out by 20 feet.
Oh, the tank. Tank's got a gun. But when you're walking guys, on the guys you don't walk, you're probably going to be 2-0, 3-1-2. Cooper, he walked with the bases loaded.
Birthday greetings to an old friend of mine in Ahwatukee, Arizona, Don Vogel, celebrating 58 today.
Still a baby.
Well, compared to us, yes, but a very old baby.
John, you don't have to take that. 1-1 to count. Two on, two out. Bullet caught. That Littlebridge. Wow. They threaten, can't score. Very laborsome inning for Humber.
Who holds the Blue Jays record for the most stolen bases in a season? You think about that for a while? We'll get back to you with the answer a little later in the game.
Alejandro De Aza will start us off. He singled and came around to score in the first inning. Fakes the bunt, takes the ball. Lowry on the grass, now backing up on the dirt. Even with the bag, well off the line. And the count 2-0. Run on 2 hits, 2 errors for them. Or run on 2 hits, no errors for us.
Alejandro has absolutely been brilliant in the leadoff spot. That's what he's done since May 19th. 364. He's got his batting average up over 300 as we enter this at bat. Driven in 12 and scored 11. Not bad.
Two and two.
I would think with the speed and aggressiveness of Lowry that he would be very difficult to bunt out. Red Lowry, the third baseman, was a crown jewel of the Milwaukee Brewers organization, but they needed a starter. They got Sean Markham, and the price was a guy who was going to play third base probably for a long time for these Blue Jays.
Curved ball into short left field. Escobar now making the call, has the ball. But De Aza now tied for second in runs in the American League with Josh Hamilton. Ian Kinsler leads with 43. Hamilton and Piazza have 40. So here's Gordon. Had a sacrifice bunt. Takes low ball 1.
That appeared to me at the time to be one of the big sacrifice bunts of the game. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I know, Harold.
I know it's early. It's something to bear in mind as we get to the scoring a little later.
Harold Hill. And this snake oil. Tops that one foul. Outfield straight up, spread out for Gordon. Gordon the third. Well, Gordon in the second. Gordon in the second. And Sully.
Did they take off?
Yeah, they left. I can't believe it. I told them not to go.
Neither can I. I mean, I saw you mentioning to him to stay, but
pops that one up into short right field. Bautista's there. Well,
see, if they were here, that never makes it to Bautista. That falls for a base hit.
I can't believe they left. But they did. As here is done. Adam struck out his first trip. Now they have a shift on. And that's Omar is staying at second. They're moving Lowry into right field.
That's exactly what they do with Lowry. They put him at the deepest position where you have to cover the most ground. So when they shift like this, even the third baseman, they put him as far out as he can get into right field.
That's the farthest we've seen anybody.
You ever seen a third baseman go out that far?
No. One and two the count. You got a lot of second basemen and shortstops who couldn't throw him out from that far. Got him a 1-2-3 inning. First one by Romero. And we're into the fourth, tied at 1.
Fourth Inning is brought to you by the new Doritos Locos Tacos from Taco Bell.
First pitch A roller hit hard into left field by Arancibia. So the leadoff man aboard here in the top of the fourth, and this game tied at 1.
Phillip tried to get ahead with the curveball. That was a strike, but it wasn't a sharp breaker, and Arancibia stayed right with it.
Here's Omar. He hit a screaming Mimi right over the head of Alexei, who went up and got it. As there is a going to take him right to the bag. Yes, showtime. Beckham and Ramirez rack him up.
If Arancibia isn't running, then Gordon probably isn't going to be where he wound up. He wouldn't have had a chance to backhand it. As the hit and run, double-edged sword. Sometimes it works real well, and other times it takes a defender right in the path of the baseball. So quickly, 2 outs, and a big play by Beckham to Ramirez to Lillibert.
So here's Rajay Davis, 1 out. To his counterpart, Viciedo. Chopper up the middle. Nice pirouette. Gun. Yes. Beautiful play by our middle. Beckham and Ramirez. Mercy.
Who holds the Blue Jays record for the most stolen bases in a season? Dave Collins. In 1984, he had 60 bags. Became a terrific coach. Was a very good player. And obviously had better than average speed.
Here's Tank. Hit a little pop-up into short center field. Colby Rasmus came on back in the first inning. Fanned on it, but still it should have been a base hit because he had so far to go and he had to reach for it, as Lowry not that fast.
Well, the one thing that Tank has to beware of these days is that the American League has started to make their first adjustments to him. And that adjustment is they're throwing a lot of pitches in on his hands. They're probably a little tired of watching him rifle the ball out of the park over the bullpen in right field.
When they won the count, American League also is making adjustments on scoring. Now, for an example, Bob Rosenberg, our scorer here, can make a decision. They have to go to New York, as that's looped out into short right field. Bautista comes on, and that's out number 1. And they can change that.
And
has
they
to
have
be in a 5-day period,
they
but
have
they have changed it. So one of these days it'll get There he is.
Rosie doesn't get overturned a lot because Rosie at least looks at it again. He is a conscientious official scorer. He tries to get it right, and more times than not he does over the years. I know we give him a lot of grief, but he takes a lot of pride in his scoring.
I think he's the best. I think he's the best in this league. I don't know about the National League. And one reason being, as you said, he asked.
Yep.
He gets a consensus. He's not etched in stone, as that's out number 2. Rios now 0 for 2. Some of those scores, once they make that decision, that's it. I mean, you can't budge them.
Rosie's been doing it a long time on both sides of town. He does it for the Bulls, and it's become a fixture around here.
Here's AJ. He singled to start off the second inning. Takes first pitch, fastball, strike. One and one to count. AJ hitting a .295 as he stands up to that dish. That's a fair ball. Cooper will take it. And that didn't take long. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the 5th. Top of the 5th inning in this 1-1 tie. Top of the order for the Blue Jays, Lowry, Rasmus, and Bautista. Takes it up and takes ball 1. Boy, if you missed that game on Sunday, you missed a Jim Dandy. Chris Sale was awesome. You needed a big outing from him. All he did was go the distance.
You can pretty much say that about him just about every time out. He's getting better and better.
There's a strike in the count, 2-1.
There's a look at Chris. Checking if the right knee is okay. (7-2) this year. ERA 2.30. Wow.
Best in the American League. Another full count. And that changeup is laced out there into right center, and boy, he can run. You go 2-0, 3-1, 3-2 enough, and you're going to get burned.
There's the, not necessarily the get me over, but a breaking ball on 3-2. He just flips it into right center and then realizes he can outrun the arm of Rios. So Laurie in easily at second base.
Change on the curve. Wow. So here is Rasmus. He has hit 2 vicious line shots for singles. And he has scored a run. Oh, and 2 to count. And we'll send out a White Sox shout out. Congratulations to the Harris Storm of Granger, who won a tournament the other day. Coaches Eric McFarland, Brad Ostrander. Congratulations, guys. Well, they do a heck of a job. They let those kids have fun. The 0-2 pitch.
Got to look back a couple times at Laurie at second. He swiped 8 bases and caught 4 times, however.
That's high and deep. Stay in here. Stay in here. Cannot do it. And it's a 3-1 Toronto lead.
7th home run of the year. RBIs 22 and 23. We told you when the game started about the adjustment that Rasmus had made. Here's our Ford home run replay. That's a straight change down and out over the plate. And gone.
So here's Bautista. High pop up. One out. Kelly Johnson has gone out to left and he has walked. Good pitch to hit. He couldn't do anything with it.
Another roller. That one down the middle. Really fouled it back. These Blue Jays sent Adam Lind to the minor leagues. Remember how good he looked a couple of years back?
You better believe it. Here you go. 2 down.
There's probably the best breaking ball that Phillip has thrown tonight. There was some break on it. He threw it hard. Kept it out of the zone, and Johnson went down on strikes.
Escobar has walked and he has gone out to left. He just missed one last time up. 21 to count.
You see, the first inning was overwhelming.
Sixth hit given up by Phillip.
37 pitches. The third inning, 22 pitches. This inning will be at least 20 pitches, and he's going to use at least 92 to get through 5.
Well, if you're just tuning in, this game could have been a lot worse. We've had some excellent plays. They could have done a lot of damage in that first inning. Phillip walked the bases loaded, including one walked in.
There you look at the numbers so far, and the control has been a big issue.
Yeah, these guys have had a lot of good pitches to hit tonight.
Last time up, Cooper scalded one, but Lillibridge, who's already had a very good night at first, made a good play.
That ball hit hard into left. Tank back, looks up, and it is 5-1.
Just the second home run for Cooper. His third run batted in, his 6th of the year. And between Cooper and Rasmus, they got them all. They got all the runs batted in. Our Ford home run replay. That fastball belt high out over the plate. And David Cooper, former first round draft pick, hits it out.
So here's Aaron Sebia. He got a rolling curveball leading off last inning and just ripped it for a single into right field. Yeah, but getting back to Lynn, in 09 with that 305 average, 35 homers, 114 knocked in. You never know in this game. You know that. We've seen so many things, strange things happen. That was a shocker when I read that he had been sent down.
Well, in talking with a few of the guys over there, they said that he gained anywhere from 20 to 25 pounds. You take a look at the doubles column that he had.
Yes, he did.
And you'll see 1 year 46 doubles.
Next year 32.
And then something like 16 or 17.
He gone, but a big crooked number goes up on that board. We're halfway home. Not good. Inning 5-7-2 for them. 1-2-0 for us. The worst part about it is Ricky Romero was 6-1 out on that bump. We're now with a 4-run lead. And issue number 2 is that he's been averaging 5 walks a game coming into this one. Tonight he has walked nobody. Alexei 0 for 1.
Well, the irony of what Don Cooper was telling Philip Humber is exactly what John Farrell, the manager and former pitching coach of the Red Sox, told Romero. Get on the mound and throw it. Get some rhythm. He was taking a whole lot of time. Well, if he fouled it, he dropped it. He can't be out. You can't hit. Wait a second. Taking another look at it. It's in the glove. Oh, he's saying that it dropped out on the transfer.
Yep. And he's right.
Well, he knocked it out of his glove with his bat. So it was a good plan. It just didn't work.
1 out.
You watch it here. He hits the glove with the bat.
Well, I wish I'd have thought about that when I was playing.
Dude, yeah, you could have got away with that a few times.
Hudson takes a strike. He fouled out to Escobar.
Did you ever hit a catcher in the back of the head with a backswing?
Ever. No. Nice snap by Romero. 2 down.
Did you set up in the back of the box?
Oh, some guys, yeah. Some pitchers, other pitchers up set up in front of the box. No, I tried to keep my right hand on the bat all the way through. That was a byword in that time zone. Now, 98% of the guys want to get that right hand off the bat. First pitch strike to Lillibridge. He grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice. This is 10 in a row retired by Romero, and he leads at 5-1.
First, it's Alexei. Goes up to take one away. Then a very good play by Lillibridge. Then a terrific double play. 4-6-3. And again, the 360 spin and gun out at first base. good night with the gloves, and Zach Stewart comes on. Humber went 5. Stewart 1-1, ERA 4.08. There you look at the numbers. Right-handers have just killed him, where he's gotten the left-handers out rather easily.
Omar Vizquel is 0 for 2. Takes ball 1. Bottom of the 9th in Detroit, 4-1 Cleveland. Jack make that play, and that's out number 1. Jack pitching against his former teammates. Rajay Davis, high chopper, and that is out number 2. And a reminder, on Monday, June 18th, when our Sox take on the Cubs at 7:10, Miller Lite will give one lucky fan the chance to pitch for $1 million. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. That's Monday, June 18th. $1 million. Lowry started off that 4-run fourth, as that's going to fall for a base hit. So he is 2 for 4. Started off that 4-run 5th with that double into right center.
Here's our Xfinity high-speed action replays, and it's the 2 home runs. One by Colby Rasmus, who's 3 for 3 with that 2-run homer. And the other, David Cooper comes up, goes opposite field into the bullpen. The 2 2-run homers have put a little daylight between these Blue Jays and our Sox.
And a reminder, you can stop by Bacardi at the Park here at U.S. Cellular Field at the Gate 5 Plaza. Bacardi at the Park offers a full menu from Gibson's Restaurant Group and opens at 11 a.m. before all home games. It's a great place to hang out and watch the action on over 70 HD TVs. Bacardi at the Park. Three and 0 the count to Rasmus.
The way he's swinging, John Farrell might just as well give him the 3-0 green light.
Takes the strike. Well, with a 5-1 lead, I would have certainly thought that green light would have been on. There he goes. And there's his 4th hit. So 2 out and runners at the corners.
Rasmus takes that one well out of the strike zone, and that's how well he's swinging the bat tonight. Hank thinking about the play at third, no chance there.
Bautista, a walk and 2 very high pop-ups.
Here's our AT&T U-verse multi-view. Let's hope Bautista continues to stay under the baseball. Right now he's swinging at pitches up and out of the zone.
Oh, and 2 the count. Tigers have scored 1. It is 4-2 Cleveland. Bottom of the 9th, 2 out. With a man on third.
A career high for Colby Rasmus, who's done it before, but not often.
And that's into center field. That's going to fall. Ball is coming with 2 out, nobody on. So it's a 6-1 lead.
RBI number 38 for Bautista. The advantage of being a power hitter. Everybody has to respect your power and play deep. And there's plenty of room to drop it in front of him.
And here's Kelly Johnson 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch strike. Nice block.
Those are pretty lofty numbers with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. 360.
And Sox fans, on June 9th, first 20,000 fans will receive a commemorative 2005 World Series canvas. And this is a nice one. Presented by Xfinity. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. There it is. Slashes that one. Cleveland has defeated Detroit. And there's a base hit. It's going to score another one and a 7-1.
RBI number 28 for Kelly Johnson. 4 straight singles. Brings Don Cooper out from the dugout. So this looked like a fairly harmless inning with Vizquel and Davis going down.
Seven, 11, and 2 for the Blue Jays. 1, 2, and 0 for our guys. And here's Escobar. A walk, a fly out to left, a single, and a run scored. Two out, runners at the corners. Chopper, nice play, and a nice shovel. Nice shovel right there by Alexei. But some more damage is done. They put a pair on the board. They lead it by 6. The action continues as Adam Dunn and the good guys look to put a few on the board against the Jays. Coverage begins at 6:30 with White Sox pregame live. White Sox Blue Jays tomorrow night at 6:30 on Comcast Sportsnet Plus. Not good here in the bottom of the sixth. 7-1, they lead it. They scored 4 in the top half of the fifth and 2 top half of this inning, along with 1 in the first. Diaz 1 for 2 with a run scored.
We've never beaten Ricky Romero, and seen a little bit of the reason why here tonight.
Curveball misses. Well, that game he beat us up there last season. We had no chance.
No, he's got just really good stuff, and he is a battling type pitcher.
That ball hammered. That's a base hit for Alejandro. So he will pull up as Bautista quickly gets to it, gets it back in. So the leadoff man aboard. And here's Beckham. He had a sacrifice bunt, a beauty in the first to get Piazza in scoring position, and he popped up to right field in the third. Out in front, Joe McEwing will make that play and make himself a new friend. That's into left field, and that's going to stay up for Rajai Davis. Davis with that good speed turned it on and got there easily.
Thought when it left the bat it had a chance to fall, but no such luck.
So here's Adam, 0 for 2. Adam, a couple of strikeouts. Now the shift is going to be employed. Lowry. Not out there in right field like he was.
Not near as deep.
Checks it up, takes ball 1. Ball 2. Tank on deck. Major league pop-up. Everybody converging. And it's, who else? Omar.
Well, he's been there a time or two, and it looked very strange to see Lowry calling for it and then realizing that that ball was going to land nowhere near him. He's just selling. Hey, I appreciate the help.
Lowry didn't want any part of that major league pop-up.
That was up there for a week. He's saying, I got it. Omar's saying, I don't think so.
So here's Tank. Tank hit a ball in the first inning that could have been ruled a double. They changed it to an error. And in the fourth, he popped up to right field. Seven, 11-2 for them. 1-3-0 for us. Romero going for his 7th victory. Rios on deck and a 2-1 count to Viciado. They get to force, and that'll retire to the side. We're into the 7th. 7-1 Toronto. Very lackluster game tonight. Of course, when you get shut down and the other team hits a couple of home runs and puts 7th spot on the board, it's going to look that way.
It's hard to look too good when your offense has been in high gear, especially the last 8 games in this ballpark. And tonight, Ricky Romero has been just too tough. He's limited this lineup to just 3 hits.
David Cooper, 1 for 2, a 2-run homer and a bases-loaded walk. The home run was an opposite field shot. And our bullpen.
Just his 2nd home run of the year, so not known for a great deal of power. Yet if Edwin Encarnacion were playing, he wouldn't have a chance to play. Encarnacion, their most productive hitter to this point, took a fastball right off his wrist. Not on the DL, but listed as day to day.
Up and in. Cooper did hit 20 home runs in 2010. There's another ball that hit sharply. Nice pick by Becker. And a reminder, this is pretty. Get your tickets right now to win the 2012 White Sox Smart Passion Coupe. Tickets are available at US Cellular Field and at WhiteSox.com. The proceeds benefit White Sox charities. White Sox charities would like to thank Smart of Orlando Park for their generous donation. As that is popped up into center field, 2 down. Might buy me a couple tickets on that one. I wonder if employees of the White Sox can. I mean,
for sure.
How do you know?
Oh, there's no doubt. Just keep buying tickets. Worst that can happen is you pull your name and you can't win.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Then you win it, and they say, oh.
No, that's the worst that can happen.
Vizquel. Oh, that is a neat-looking vehicle right there. All painted up with socks. Two out, full count to Omar. 45-year-old veteran. Out and around it. Littlerbridge will take it himself. 1-2-3 inning for Zach Stewart. 7th inning stretch. Not good. Lead with the southpaw Ricky Romero on the bump. Last year he was 15-11 with his ball club with a 2.92, and he comes into this one 6-1. So here's Alex.
He's 6-1 with a team that's only 2 games over 500. So that shows that he's done something right.
That's a good way to start it. Let's put a little show on for him right here, a la Tampa Bay. And they just grounded out for 5 runs off James Shields. AJ, he's 1 for 2. Boy, that was the best inning we have seen at 6th inning. Oh, Shields in Tampa Bay. He did not hang any curveballs. Didn't mess around with the middle play with any fastballs. Made good pitches, and we just got to him for 5 runs on 5 hits. That ball hit way back. He looks up. You can put it on the ball. Yeah. A ball by AJ. And it's a 7-3 game. First.
10 and 37 on the power numbers as a no-doubter off the bat of A.J. Pierzynski, our Ford home run replay. He gets a fastball. It's on the inner portion. And he just smokes it.
When he keeps his hands in front of his chest, he is short and quick, and I'll tell you, he can absolutely rake. Alexei is 0 for 2. He is now 0 for 11 lifetime off of Merrill. Takes the strike and the count 0 for 2. And of course, with that home run by AJ, the Alex Nelius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 70, so $7,000 donated by Alex Nelius in loving memory of Urson. Alexei said he fouled it. Joyce said he did not.
That's the second time something very strange has happened in an at-bat. Watch it again.
Didn't look like he did, got it.
No, it didn't look like he got it at all, but you might as well ask, as long as you missed it.
Hey, you never know until you ask.
You never know.
Fastball strike to Hudson. And count 0-2. He is fouled out to Escobar. And bounced back to Romero. Watch out. Oh, I got Joyce. Got him pretty good.
Well, that was one of the shortest pitches you'll see. It's 0-2. That one hits the grass and hits Jim Joyce flush. No chance for Arancibia. Romero held onto it just a touch too long. A minimum of pitches, with just the first inning giving Romero some problems. And that largely due to 2 errors.
Well, he starts his motion, delivery, I should say, like a normal left-hander. All of a sudden, he slings it.
I just think it's pretty tough to pick up.
It is. I mean, there's no question about it. You don't see. And look at this. Yes, first walk he has issued. And here comes Lillibridge. If you're just joining in, Paul Konerko was ill. It was a late scratch from the lineup. Fans, if you've seen the White Sox Dynamic Ticket Deal of the Week, will enjoy a variety of price options for specific games and seating locations. Best tickets in the best locations directly from the White Sox. Buy early and save with the White Sox Dynamically Priced Tickets. Pulls the string on him, had him way out in front. So visit whitesox.com/pricing.
Outfield, playing Lillibridge as an off-field hitter, with Rajai Davis well around into left center. Ryan Butterfield, who makes the defensive charts, and he shifts as much as just about anybody around, especially with some unusual chips.
Ryan Butterfield's been around a long time. He is a good, solid baseball man.
I think they got a pretty good coaching staff under John Farrell.
Yeah, they do. Don Wakamatsu. He'll be managing again. He just got stuck with a bad ball club.
Yeah, that was a situation that was a tough one for him in Seattle. Goes from manager of the year one year to sayonara the next.
One and two the count. There you go. And they bobble it. And now Hudson's going to move on into third base. So a mix-up. Meanwhile, runners at the corners.
This will be an interesting call because it's lack of communication between Lowry and Escobar. Good heads-up base running as Hudson coasts into third base because nobody's there.
So an error on Lowry. That's his 8th.
Now hit one out. Make it real interesting.
He is 2 for 3, Diaz is. Looks at that breaking ball very nicely. He's been all over Romero tonight. Decent lead by Lillibridge. And the count 2-0 with Beckham on deck. 1 out. 2 in. $23,102.
And the bullpen continues to work. Jason Frazier loosening up in the pen. We're very familiar with him. He was here last year.
The 2-0 delivery. Not hit hard, but anyway, Hudson scores, and it's 7-4.
There was really very little of any chance to get Diaz at first base. So Walton comes out. They have a word. Give Frazier a chance to get loose.
So a 3-run inning so far. Here's Beckham. He is 0 for 2. Jacks it up and takes it down. 1-0 the count to Gordon. And that's popped up into short center field. Omar goes back. And that'll retire the side, but we do come up with a 3 spot. We're into the 8th, trailing by 3. Davis leads it off here in the top of the 8th inning. Takes first pitch strike. Davis 0 for 3 in this game. Reaches out, pops it up. Alex calling Gordon off.
We had an none too happy Blue Jays pitcher as he comes off. Ricky Romero. He's not pleased with that inning, but he shows you nothing's wrong with that left arm. That's not a real good habit to get into. Slam it down with your non-pitching arm.
Lowry 2 for 4. Now make it 3 for 5. So good speed aboard. He is 8 for 12 in stolen bases. And here's a guy who's 4 for 4. Toby Rasmus, including a 2-run homer. Hitting at 243, came in hitting at 227. Count evens at 1.
It's Will Oman loosening up in the bullpen.
He's 5 for 5. Boy, Lowry can really run. And it's an 8-4 ball game.
Eight hits out of the top 2 hitters in the lineup. Normally, when you get that kind of production out of the top 2, you're going to be in good shape. Colby Rasmus tattoos one in the gap. Just a triple shy of the cycle.
Everything he has hit tonight has been tattooed.
Yes, sir.
Here's Bautista. A little duck snort, knock in a run and score back in the 6th. So with one out, Rasmus goes into 3rd.
Second pass ball of the night. That ball hits off the glove.
So the right side comes in. Alexi will come in a couple of steps. Now Alexi at halfway. Get foul.
It was foul, but it was way back there.
Oh, there's no question. He can go on the concourse.
Well, he just crushes this ball.
Checks it up. Well, they'll get the job done as Alex back now, right in front of the fence. So it's a 9-4. So they get a quick 2.
Here comes Robin. That is going to be it for Zach Stewart. Will Oman will come into the game.
All right, Zach will depart. Oman comes on now. We'll be back. Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, pin us on Pinterest, and reblog our unique Tumblr content. Visit WhiteSox.com/connect.
Here's our Honda call to the pen, and it is Will Oman, who enters the game with the Sox 5 runs down. On for the 23rd time, ERA up in the high 5s, the record 0-2.
Johnson can't get it. That's in the center field. Diaz is there. Makes the catch. And that'll retire the side, but not before. They take a 9-4 lead. Game live. Watch highlights and get analysis from Chuck and Bill. Plus, go live to Robin Ventura's post-game remarks. This Galaxy White Sox post-game live immediately following the game on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. All right, Chuck and Bill Melton. Adam Dunn, 0 for 3 tonight. Well, Laurie out there in right field again.
At some shift. Not the fact that they use that shift, because a lot of teams use it. They just don't put the third baseman quite where Laurie's playing.
Well, they got 6 guys on the grass.
Yeah.
Now, Escobar comes in right at the edge. One pitch. And follow our White Sox with the MLB.com @Bat12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and much, much more. Text @Bat to 31826 or visit WhiteSox.com for details. Two and two the count to Biggin.
Well, so far, Adam has had a hard time picking up just about anything that Romero's thrown.
That's high. Stretch. Bautista looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. Number 18 for Adam. And it's a 9-5 ball game.
Second home run of the night. Second by a left-hand hitter. And didn't have any trouble seeing that one. Ford home run replay. It's RBI number 39. And that appears to be it for Ricky Romero. And he wanted to walk off, and John Farrell grabbed his hand and made sure he stayed on the mound.
He just made a fan out of me.
He says, now you can go. So as Romero walks off, we'll step out and be back after these messages. That man out of the game. He starts to walk off, and Farrell just grabs his glove, the ball, and his wrist and said, "You stay right here, son. I'll tell you when you can leave."
Tank takes ball one. Cordero's next pitch.
And our Honda call to the pen is Francisco Cordero. Was a closer with Cincinnati, now a setup man. Although he has been called on for 5 save opportunities, only been successful twice.
Little nubber. So 1 out. So here's Rios. Alex, 1 for 3. Started off that 3-run 7th with a single to right field. Pours that one right on the outside edge of the outside corner. Did not check it up. Some other finals for you. Atlanta shut out the Marlins 11-0. Hudson over Sanchez. That was down in Miami. Yankees shut out Tampa Bay 7-0 in the Bronx. And there's another base hit by Alex. That boy. So 1 out, 1 on. And here comes AJ. And here's what he did last inning.
Got into double figures in home runs by taking a fastball way out of the park.
He's in 10 homers and 37 driven in. Takes down low. Other scores: Dodgers beat the Phillies 2-1 at Citizens Bank ballpark. Baltimore leading Boston 7-6, top of the 10th at Fenway. Nine, 13-3 for their guys. 5-7-0 for our guys as the count moves to 2-0. Cubs leading Milwaukee 8-0. That's in the top of the 8th at Miller Park.
Looks like Ryan Dempster is probably going to win his first game of the year, I would assume.
And count 3-0. Cleveland beat the Tigers 4-2 in Detroit. Ubaldo Jimenez over Smiley. Chris Perez is 18th save. There's ball 4. Got something cooking.
Cordero's ERA is way up there, just under 6. And he has given up 4 home runs in just 22 innings of work. So the call to the pen, get somebody up in a hurry.
Here's Alexei. He's 0 for 3. He's due. First pitch strike, he didn't like it, and it's easy to see why. Very quickly to count 0-2.
Perez loosening up in the bullpen. It's Luis Perez.
Rios at second. AJ at first. 1 out and a 1-2 count. That's looped out into center field. Rasmus has plenty of time. So 2 out, and that'll bring up Hudson. He is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored.
This is a young fan showing it's a little chilly at the old ball yard tonight, 57 degrees.
There's a throw down to third, and they're going to get it. On a play like that, you have got to make sure you can make it. He didn't, and the inning is over, and we'll go to the ninth. local sports news and highlights, and that's Sportsnet Central every night at 6:30, 10, 10:30, and midnight, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Top of the 9th inning. And we just ran ourselves out of an inning.
Yeah, really the last thing you want to do at any time, but especially down by 4 with a guy on the mound who looked a little shaky.
Yunel Escobar to face Will Omen. Escobar is 1 for 3, a single and a run scored, that coming back in the 4-run 5th. If you're just joining us, each team with a run in the 1st. They scored 4 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 8th. We scored 3 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. It is 9-5 bad guys. 2-0 the count. In that 7-0 shutout, Yankees over Tampa Bay. Andy Pettit over James Shields. Pettit now 3-2 with 2.78 ERA. As that's into Tank's territory.
Isn't it amazing that Andy Pettit can sit out, get himself in shape, throw a few rehab starts, come back to the big leagues, and essentially look like he never left?
Well, it's a left-handed game.
Well, Roy Oswalt's trying to do the same thing with the Rangers down in Texas. Only he didn't sit out as long as Pettit.
Here's Cooper. David, a 2-run homer. Opposite field shot in the 5th inning. Pitchers of record are the starters. Umber for us, Romero for them. Goldman 5 innings, giving up 5 runs earned, 7 hits, 4 walks. 3 of those coming in the 1st inning. 3 strikeouts. And the count 2-1. Zach Stewart went 2 2/3, giving up 4 runs earned on 6 hits. Chopper foul. Ball hit
that one took a strange jump.
Well, hit the seam of the grass and kicked back.
Willibridges had a really good night at first base. Sees a real strange carom.
Matabatacola. 2 down. The pitching has been a little short tonight, but we had some really good defense. If you have been with us all the way, you have seen some terrific plays, especially from Ramirez and Beckham.
And Lillibridge at first.
Lillibridge made that real good play. Aaron Sebia. JP 1 for 4, a single starting off the 4th inning.
But when the top 2 hitters get on 8 times with 8 hits, you're probably going to have an unpleasant evening.
Well, you're going to score some runs.
Yes, you are. The offense is going to score a few. And that is 1 and 2 in the batting order. Rasmus on the left, Laurie on the right.
A lot of time. Outfield straight up. He gone. Nice 1-2-3 inning. Holman's retired everybody he has seen. Meanwhile, we'll go to the bottom of the ninth. We need just 4 to tie.
By Miller Lite, and it's our Miller Moments. And we say plural because 2 2-run homers. Same inning, the 5th. First by Rasmus. Second by Cooper. This one the opposite field. It wasn't put away at that point, but it's a whole big part of the offense as Luis Perez comes in. For the 24th time, a 2-1 record, an ERA pretty respectable, 3.42. You can see he's mostly a specialist, gets most all the left-handers out. He's got a 4-run lead.
He's 27 years old. Out of the Dominican Republic, 6 feet tall, 210 pounds. Last year, 3-3 with a 5.12 ERA with Toronto. 37 appearances. Let's give him a finish, boys. Hudson. Lillibridge. Piazza. We off the mark. I want to help him out. And it counts 3-0. That's an 0 for 2 with that walk and run scored. There's the strike. 94. We got named it. 9-13-3 for them. 5-7-0 for us.
Chavez loosening up in the bullpen. He doesn't have a save this year.
Full count. And that's a souvenir right side. Are your plans to be with us tomorrow night? Jake and Talon against Brandon Morrow. That game will be over Comcast Sportsnet Plus. finale on Thursday. Jake Peavy against Henderson Alvarez, 22-year-old southpaw, and that game will be over WCIU. So from the 3-0 count, he comes back and gets him.
Good matchups. Quintana and Morrow, Alvarez and Peavy. As we round out the Blue Jays part of our homestand with the Houston Astros to come.
There's Lillibridge 0 for 3. Count evens. Two and one. Just joining us. 2 home runs for them, 2 home runs for us. Rasmus, a 2-run shot, and Cooper, a 2-run shot, as Steve mentioned. Both coming in the same inning. The 5th. For us, AJ. AJ, he just bow and arrowed one out of here. 2-run shot in the 7th, and then Adam led off the 8th with his 18th. For AJ, that was his 10th. Three and one. Check that. 3 and 2. All 4 base hit. Right here, man. Two down. So here's Diaza, 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. His average up to 301, 4 homers and 25 knocked in.
This score holds. Ricky Romero will go to 7-1. For a team only 3 games over 500.
Watch out.
Good reflexes on the part of Alejandro.
Well, you know when you get Romero, you get your hands full.
Yeah, he's been tough since he's come up and really understood a little bit about how to pitch. He's always had very good stuff. He's going to win in double figures every year.
Well, he's going to be 3-0 against us, so we have nothing but kudos to say about him. Two out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Back him on deck.
Checking out the latest stats on MLB.com.
Ball hit sharply. Meanwhile, this ball game is over. Well, the Blue Jays come in here. Take the first of this 3-game set. They win it 9-5. Romero over Humber. And Phillip has had a tough night.
No, he didn't have it tonight. You could tell from the beginning. He was taking his time. He wasn't confident in his stuff. Eventually, it came back to haunt him, and their offense just a little too much, especially 1 and 2 in the batting order.
All right, let's check out our GMC player of the game. It is the center fielder, 25-year-old Colby Rasmus. All he does is go 5 for 5, 2-run homer, a double, 3 RBIs. Our GMC player of the game. So for my partner Steve Stone, our director Jim Angio, our producer Mike Leary, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, also the executive